Alright, so here's the deal. I roll a die, and whatever number it lands on, that's how many tiles I get. The tiles give me points. The points turn into credits. The credits, they turn into power. This is Rollscape, a roguelike, where every roll brings you closer to glory or total tile-based bankruptcy. Don't worry, though at least here you can't lose your house, just your sanity. I'm working on journey mode. To complete it, I need to place down 2,500 tiles. The number at the top of the screen shows how many tiles I've placed so far, so that's what I'll be tracking as we go. As you can see, we have a slow start here, upgrading the light-colored tiles first. I also just unlocked the coveted golden bat, which gives us a +4 energy for any roll higher than 6. This energy will allow us more dice rolls in the future. Right now these tiles are barely worth anything. I'm basically laying down decorative flooring and hoping it somehow pays rent. Once the upgrades kick in, especially the dice enhancements, things start getting way more interesting. But for now, I'm just laying bricks and pretending it's strategy. I've chosen to go for the Sound Blast perk. It gives me 20 energy every 100 tiles placed. It's not the focus of the run, but it's a nice little bonus. Like finding a $5 bill in your laundry. It triggers automatically, so every 100 tiles placed, boom, free energy. It's passive, reliable, and honestly more helpful than I expected. Meanwhile, we're still sticking with the light tile strategy. Full commitment. Every upgrade goes into boosting their value. Dark tiles show up like they're ready to carry the team, but nah. We're running a strict no-fun policy over here. If it glows, it grows. Another bump to light value. It's slow and steady, but it's getting results. Like compound interest. If compound interest also required rolling dice. Alright, now we're getting into the ridiculous stuff, dice upgrades. These let me increase specific faces on the die, so instead of hoping for a lucky roll, I can just make the die roll better. Boom! Upgraded the 6 face to a 7. This will start triggering my golden bat upgrade for extra free energy. Doesn't sound huge, but now even my worst rolls are better than average. And that means more tiles, which means more points, which means more upgrades. At this point, the die isn't really a die anymore. It's more like a suggestion machine. Would you like 5 tiles? How about 6 instead? I'm stacking these upgrades now. If I keep this up, we'll be placing 10 plus tiles per roll like it's nothing. And with the light tile upgrades blowing up, that's just pure value flying onto the board. This is where the run gets fun. I barely even have time to think. Just roll, place, profit. And there it is, the natural 20 upgrade. Now every roll has a 5% chance of being a perfect 20. Not guaranteed, but when it hits, yeah, things get insane. And on top of that, I've been steadily upgrading my light tile placement chance. The goal here is simple. Get that chance to 100%. That means every single tile I place will be light, no more random dark tiles creeping in. Right now I'm focusing all my credits on that, maxing out the light tile placement and higher dice numbers. It might take a while, but once I hit 100%, this whole board is going to be a glowing wall of points. Hold on, stop the presses. We just found the statue of Doggo/Anubis. This thing is massive for energy. Every time I get 3 light tiles in a row, I get +2 energy. Yeah, you heard me right. Every single time. I get 3 light tiles in a row. This is like finding an energy drink in the middle of a marathon, except I didn't run anywhere. I just rolled dice. This is going to feed into my entire light tile only strategy. Imagine this. Every tile is light. And now, every 3 in a row, instant energy. That's like having a caffeine-fueled hamster running on a wheel that doesn't stop. I'm about to become the Tesla of light tiles. As the number of tiles I'm placing per roll keeps increasing, this just gets better. I'm basically printing points right now. The more tiles, the more energy, the more upgrades. And the faster I hit my goal. It's like every roll is a math equation that just says yes. 3 light tiles in a row, boom, energy boost. Like I'm hitting a jackpot every few seconds. I'm gonna need a bigger tile counter, because the numbers are about to get ridiculous. This is insane. With every light tile, my energy supply is just overflowing. I'm placing tiles so fast I might actually break the game at this point. And with every roll, I'm just racking up more and more points. But this is still just the start. Alright, 750 tiles down, only 1,750 more to go. It's like I'm digging a hole to China, but I'm also finding treasure along the way. Not quite halfway there yet, but hey, we're getting closer to being a third of the way to our big goal of 2,500. It's still early days though. I'm kind of like a runner who's just hit mile 1 of the marathon. Alright folks, we've just upgraded to the tier 3 shop. And let me tell you, this is where things get serious. We're about to unlock some seriously juicy perks. First up, we can now upgrade light tiles. That means every light tile I place will give me even more points than before. I'm basically treating light tiles like they're VIP guests at a party. They get all the attention, all the upgrades, and all the rewards. This is pairing nicely with all the light tile multiplier perks I've been getting. And then, the big one, upgrading all faces of the die by 1. This means every roll now gives me more tiles, and better tiles. My dice are officially on a power trip, and I'm just along for the ride. Check that out. My rolls are getting bigger, and that means I'm placing tiles even faster than before. More light tiles, more points, and now even bigger rolls. This is what I've been working for. With these upgrades, I'm not just stacking light tiles, I'm practically piling them up, and they're paying off in a major way. I can feel the strategy shifting into overdrive now. Look at all those light tiles flying in. This is what I've been working for. We've officially hit 80% light tiles placed, and it's making a huge difference. At this point, it feels like my light tile strategy is just unstoppable. With 80% of the tiles coming in as light, it's like I'm just throwing points at the screen. Every single roll is almost guaranteed to be a point-making machine. Only a few more upgrades needed to hit the 100% mark. Okay, this is big. I just picked up the Lost Trident upgrade. What it does is let me mark a face on the die, and every time I roll that number, a random other face gets +2. Basically, I'm infecting my dice with exponential growth. Every time I hit that marked face, it's like I'm juicing up the rest of the die for free. I roll once, and it's like future me just got a gift. It's the gift that keeps on giving if the gift were steroids for dice. And I've been going wild with die face upgrades in general. All these numbers are climbing, which means my rolls are bigger, and you know what that means. More tiles, more light tiles, and most importantly, more energy. Speaking of energy, the Golden Bat perk is popping OFF. It gives me energy based on high-numbered tiles, and with these dice getting out of control, that thing is basically just firing non-stop now. It's honestly kind of beautiful. The dice get stronger. Right pointing arrow. I roll more tiles. Right pointing arrow. I get more energy. Right pointing arrow. I buy more upgrades. Right pointing arrow. The dice get stronger. This is peak roguelike. I've created a monster, and I love it. Alright, we've just entered Candyland, and what's waiting for us here? Only one of the best perks in the entire game, Tenacious Bubblegum. This little piece of gum is absolutely busted. It lets me choose a face of the die, and that face now shows up 30% more often. You know what face I picked? The same one I marked for Lost Trident, which means every time I roll this boosted face, Lost Trident kicks in and buffs another random face by +2. And now, I'm rolling it constantly. This is it. This is the moment where the run goes off the rails. This isn't just synergy. This is exponential perk stacking die-breaking madness. Golden Bat's going wild. Lost Trident is multiplying my upgrades. And Tenacious Bubblegum just lit the fuse. I'm not rolling dice anymore. I'm launching dice into orbit. This combo right here, this is how you break Rollscape. And we're just getting started. Alright, I jumped ahead a bit because things got really spicy. I've just picked up 2 perks that are about to supercharge everything. Dragon Breath and Gigantic Skull. Dragon Breath gives me a fire potion every time I level up, and these potions, they double all points on rolled tiles. Every single one. Just casually handing me multipliers like candy. And then we've got Gigantic Skull. It lets me mark a die face, and every time I roll it, it gets +1 permanently. That's on top of all the upgrades we've already stacked. So now I've got Tenacious Bubblegum, making my marked face appear more often, Lost Trident spreading the love, and Gigantic Skull feeding the same face even more power. It's just feeding itself at this point. It's like I built a Rube Goldberg machine, but instead of flipping pancakes, it's flipping the entire balance of the game. Between fire potions, die growth, and all the multipliers stacking on top of each other, I'm honestly not even sure what's happening anymore, and I love it. We've officially reached the Dark Portal. Normally, this is where a sane person would wrap things up, call it a day, pat themselves on the back, maybe go outside and touch some grass. But not me. We're going beyond. I'm going full light mode ascension. And to celebrate, I'm picking up the Master of the Light perk. This perk doubles the value of every light tile, but also increases the cost of upgrades by 150%. That's supposed to be a drawback. But let's be real, I'm making so many points per roll, I could buy the entire store and still have change left over. Shop prices could go up by 500%, and it still wouldn't matter. Every click now is like printing money, except the money is made of glowing rectangles, and the printer is a die possessed by some kind of light god. So yeah, Dark Portal reached. Light fully mastered. Game told me I was done and I told it, nah, I'm just getting warmed up. We're closing in on the goal, 2,500 tiles placed, and this build has been absolutely unhinged. What started with single point tiles and baby dice has turned into a full-blown points machine. Wait, what's this? The game is asking me to go beyond 2,500 tiles. I thought that was the goal, but now we're being asked to ascend? I mean, I guess the game doesn't know what it's dealing with here. Alright game. You want ascension? You got it. I'm way too deep in this run to back out now. I'm confident in this build. We've got more perks than we can even keep track of, and my dice are literally out of control. We've reached peak chaos. This isn't just a run anymore. It's an ascension. Every roll is a brand new level of broken, and I'm ready to send it. I was just looking to place 2,500 tiles. Go attack. But now we're going beyond. And I think I can break this game. Here we go. Ascension mode, baby. Let's see just how far this insane build can go. Alright, it's time to really buckle down. I'm ripping through these fire potions like there's no tomorrow. Double points means double the chaos, and that's exactly what I need to keep up with the energy drain and shop costs. Every roll now costs a cool 100 energy. And refreshing the shop? That's a smooth 10 energy each time. So I've got to think fast. One wrong move, and I'm out of energy, and things get awkward. But I've got the golden formula here. Keep stacking tiles, keep upgrading the die, and use fire potions to keep those points rolling in. Because if I don't have the points, I don't have the energy to keep going. And if I don't have the energy, we're just staring at an empty shop. And that's a nightmare. This is the kind of micromanaging I didn't think I'd have to do. Keeping my energy up while maintaining these massive rolls. It's a juggling act that would make circus performers jealous. But here's the thing. My strategy is solid. I've maxed out my dice upgrades, my light tiles are multiplying like rabbits, and I've got enough perks to fill an entire inventory. This ascension mode might be trying to drag me down, but I'm just here to prove that I can keep this runaway train on track. We've officially hit maximum overdrive, people. My dice rolls are now giving me over 100 tiles per roll. Tens of millions of points are pouring in with each spin of the die. And honestly, I'm just sitting here, watching the numbers skyrocket. It's no problem anymore. I'm buying upgrades like they're going out of style, and the game can barely keep up. I'm swimming in energy, I've got the best perks going, and the shop's practically throwing upgrades at me. I've unlocked everything, and the game is just trying to keep pace with this beast of a run. This is pure momentum. Every roll just adds more fuel to the fire, and I've got enough perks and upgrades to turn this thing into an absolute monster. Nothing can stop me now. I'm just rolling and watching everything get bigger and bigger. The game? It's just trying to hold on. At this point, I'm just speeding toward the finish line. I'm unstoppable. There's no strategy, no trickery, just raw power, rolling in the tens of millions with every single roll. I've reached the point where it's not about strategy anymore. It's about watching the entire game break in front of me. My dice are godlike, and I'm riding this train all the way to the finish line. And there we go, just like that, I hit 4,176 tiles placed, and the game has finally had enough. It tapped out. It started with a single 1-point tile, and ended with a dice-fueled apocalypse. From 0 to over 4,000 tiles, this run was one long, beautiful descent into madness. Light tile supremacy, an army of perks, a god-tier die, and a game that just couldn't keep up. That's Rollscape. If you liked this video, or if you just enjoy watching games completely break, be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me what I should destroy next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.